G'day, it's Brak here, and welcome to my first video for 2021. And it's special for a couple of reasons. I'm really looking forward to presenting this video for you because one, it is about the monthly challenges from the 40k Ork community, and I love doing them. I love seeing all the fantastic work that our community produces. Now, this month's challenge was all about the Dreds and Kans too. So it's nice to see a lot of work. There's a lot of scratch builds and paintings, excellent painting, third-party models. The whole gamut of the hobby is represented in this challenge, and yeah, some fantastic stuff, and I have said that. But the other reason why it's special is that it was judged by Stevo, that's 6+ Stevo, and he has he's going to come on the video and tell you what it was all about. So over to you, Stevo.
Thank you, Brak, you filthy deathskull. Hey guys, 6+ Stevo here. I just thought I'd come on and just say a few words. It was a great honour to be asked to judge this competition. The DeffCember challenge was really cool. There were some awesome entries, and I gratefully accepted the challenge of judging this contest. And thought, yeah, it'll be easy. And no, it wasn't easy. It was really hard. I probably changed my mind quite a few times. There was some just awesome creativity and talent on display. Some of the entries were like converted and or done using really old school miniatures, which was really cool to see. Some were standard but just painted beautifully, like really nicely, and then there were some that were third-party miniatures combined with other bits and beautiful paint jobs and stuff. But yeah, they were all excellent. They were absolutely excellent, and it was really tough choosing just one winner and one runner-up for it. But yeah, really good stuff, guys. To everyone who entered, a massive congratulations, because the real prize in all this is that you've got these miniatures finished and shown off to the community, and I'm sure everyone will agree there is some fantastic work on display. So well done to each and every one of you who entered. And for those of you who are keen to get in on this and enter another competition on the Discord, which I'm sure Brak has got in a link in his description down below, in January there is another competition coming up, and if you want to find out more about that, then I will be making a short video on that. So I don't know, perhaps Brak would be kind enough to pop a link to that in the description, and I can tell you all more about this awesome new competition that you at home, you right there sitting there watching this right now, can get in on and potentially win some cool prizes, and at the very least get some hobby projects completed. But for now, guys, I will hand back over to the awesome deathskull boss that is Brak. 6+ signing out.
Cheers, thanks for that, Stevo. That's 6+ Stevo. And look, let's not have any further ado. Let's go and have a look at these kick-ass models, and we're going to be starting off with announcing the winners.
I could have sworn that Stevo said that he awarded a runner-up and a winner, but it seems to be 2 runner-ups. Now, that could just be my memory going as I'm getting onto my dotage, or maybe Stevo is just using that new maths we all hear about at the moment. Anyway, enough jokes aside, this is an interesting entry from Gar. Now, when I first saw this on the Discord, my first initial thought was, why did he enter an unpainted model? And I was about to type something, and then I looked closer and thought, actually, it is painted. was fantastic rust effects and the chipping, and I honestly thought it was just a grey model, just straight out of the pack. But then I looked earlier, and yeah, the rust effects, even the grey work, the numbering, I don't think that's a transfer. I actually think that's freehand. So yeah, look, this is a fantastic model and some excellent painting and very well deserved. So thanks for entering this model, Gar. And here is the runner-up, mostly Zen, with his old school dread, Rusty Rocco. And what a magnificent looking beast it is too. So lots of silver, lots of rust. Yeah, well, he's called Rusty Rocco, so that sort of goes without saying. And yeah, one thing I do like about the rust effects is that although there's a lot of rust on it, there isn't a lot of rust. So that's a very, almost, what I say? No, I won't go with that joke. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of rust and there's not a lot of rust, which just really sort of appeals to me. Like, it's less sometimes is more. And even the checker work, this is a great looking model. So thanks for that, and congratulations, mostly Zen. Yes, here we have this fantastic Gear Guts model by the Warmistress. And look, there's something about the colour and the colour combination that just gets me. I started drooling over this when I first saw it. And yeah, let's just breathe in the wondrous riches of this paint job. And the eyes and the glass work, I'm jealous. I couldn't even attempt to do something like that. There's great detail, and I think if you're looking at this back picture, so that's the one on the right, now you can see how well that the Warmistress uses colour just to make things pop. So what you've usually got here is a pretty dull greyish, bluish sort of feel. And then there's just a little bit of light and shade that comes in, and a few of these bright colours like the yellow and the white on the skulls, and the terracotta work with these little pots here. And there's just the lighting and shading done with the highlighting there is just fantastic stuff. And in my opinion, this is why she was picked the winner of this competition. So well done to you, the Warmistress. Well deserved. Before I discuss this wonderful little piece of workmanship, done by me, of course, I'd just like to let you know that there are, like me, there are other YouTubers who have entered into this competition. So if you see a logo roughly in the top right corner of the screen, then that means that that person is a YouTuber or a content provider. Now, I will be putting the link to their YouTube channel in the description below, so you can go and check them out. And I would check everyone out who you see here, because they all do wonderful work. But now let's get back to me. Now, this is my entry, DeffCember Dagger. Now, I didn't think I was going to get an entry in, and because I had lots of work to do, get you ready for Christmas and stuff like that, but that's boring. You don't really need to know about that. But what I did do after Christmas had settled, I just thought I'd have a look. Picked up an old can and I was going to paint it. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So I ripped claws off and arms off and did all sorts of things and found some more shooters from various places and then got creative. And I had no idea where this was going. And then 3 days later, we have DeffCan more Dakka. So it's 2 big shooters up the top and underneath some more big shooters, of course. And they're from one of my Dark Angel kits that I had flying around. I can't remember exactly where. I've just got bits and bits everywhere. And of course, this part, the rotor blade and the part that attaches to the rotor blade, which I cannot think of its name. I'm sure it has a name, but yeah, let's call it Charlie. Anyway, Charlie's been attached to the exhaust mechanisms here, and to sort of cover up a whole lot of mistakes, I use a little bit of a cut up foot from the can itself. So loads of fun to do and loads of fun to paint, and it's wondrous, and it's going to be part of my Grot Rebellion army, which I'm doing slowly. And of course the goblin on top is something out from the Gear Guts collection, and I hope you enjoy this model. Next entry is by Cracked Addled Jesus, and this is a running Death Dread of sorts with a few Gretchen on top firing, so there's a little bit of kit bashing, a lot of kit bashing up the top there, and purple, and so maybe that's the reason why I can't see it properly, because there's a lot of purple in there, but that just could be my eyes failing. I think I've mentioned that before. I'm getting old and repeating myself. Oh well. Yeah, so let's have a little look. There's a lot going on in here. Is that front? Is that the grill from a truck? And another part of one of the death can as well. Yeah, look, I know Crack Addle Jesus did apologise for the quality of the photo, but I'd like to have a clearer look at this. But yeah, look, excellent piece of work. I just think it could do a little bit more detail on the base. But regardless, I haven't seen you enter anything before, Crack Addle Jesus. So excellent, you get extra points for having a go, and we should all be having a go at this if we can. Now, this entry from Dyson Snoggood really illustrates my point I've said in the last entry about just a little bit extra work for the base can just make it just pop and look wonderful. There is really, in my opinion, nothing worse than a black base. But yeah, so it's just, you don't need to do much, and this is a fine example of someone who paints really, really well, and it's just wondrous to have a look. You know, Tyson's got he knows what he wanted to look like, and he went in and he executed it, and it's a fantastic paint job. And good old Smokey, he's looking wondrous beast. So excellent work, Dyson, excellent work indeed. And here we have the Drunken Orks entry with Judge Dredd on a warmaster bike. I am the Claw. And I do like the Drunken Orks entries. and this is just wonderful. This one thing I really like about this entry is that he presented it in a way which makes it very easy for me to edit. So if you're out there and if you just want to do a little bit of, you want next entry, a little bit of fancy photography work, makes my job a lot easier. But then again, it's not about me, and should it? But there is one thing that the Drunken Ork did do, which I didn't particularly like, was that he first entered something called Jackie Can, and then he changed his mind and put this one in, and so it sort of it confused me for a while, and I think it confused a lot of other people there. There was a bit of discussion on the Warhammer 40k, the 40k Ork Community Facebook page, wanting to know how come the can didn't win, the killer can, Jackie Can didn't win, and the reason for that was because he didn't enter it. So I hope that clears that up. And yeah, look, I like this. I think I like the other one a little bit better, but I do like this. He really puts my kit bashing skills to shame, so I'm a little bit jealous, but you never know, one day we'll get there. And a nice nod to a wonderful comic. So excellent work again to the Drunken Ork. I do love this entry from the epic narrator. So it's Mad Doc Zoidberg, aka the evil lobster. Now, yeah, look, it's a nice comical piece, nodded to a great cartoon. So, what more can I say? Now, the epic narrator does do commissions, and I believe this is a commission, and you can follow him over on Twitch when he paints these and chats about it, and it's great to have a look. But this is some fantastic work. I really do enjoy this, and really, if you got time, head on over and check out the epic narrator. And here we have Fade 430's entry, a nice little rocket can, and it makes me think I want to start singing an Elton John song, but I won't, because I'm supposed to be talking about cans. It's a fantastic stuff. Look, I do love me a rocket, and I do love me a can, so I love this model. It's great use of colours. I'm liking the contrast between the light blue and the dark blue. It's really good. It's visually pleasing, and the white work. So, look, a nice solid piece of work from Fade 430. So, well done, mate. Well done. Some great work here from the great Bizarro, but there's nothing all that bizarre about this Mega Dread from the Gear Guts range. It's well done. There's good use of colours. It's a good looking beast. I'm not quite sure I want to face it on the table. It looks a little bit too scary. Some great weathering, and the green light coming out from within is all ominous. You know what? A bit scary. So yeah, look, fantastic stuff. Great Bizarro. Even in rust and despair, I still wah. And everyone should wah, no matter what feelings we have. Let's get out and wah, wah, wah. And yeah, this is Cronus's entry, and it's a great looking, fighting, snappy Death Dread who's probably been through a battle or two, hasn't he? I do like the sandbags on top there. It looks like he's got a little bit of hair going on, and the barbed wire underneath sort of means gives the impression that he's he's been a few places and may have got into a little bit of a pickle or two, and that's probably why he needs that very large fuel tank so he can go places and cut the bejesus out of his enemy. And that's always a wondrous thing. So yeah, look, fantastic stuff, Conus. Is this one of those killer Gnaws from the Cromlech range I spy? I do believe it is. From Master Prez here, and this looks like an amazing work. So got his claw and his gun, and I'm really enjoying that tongue sticking out. And has he stompled? I hope that's a Space Marine he stompled on with his little legs doing out, or is it just another orc there? Yeah, I think sadly it's just another orc. Maybe he's part of the Grot Rebellion, and there. Oh, I could go on for ages. This is I really do like it. It's a lot of fun, a lot of nice bright colours, and I love bright colours. And the shinies get me all the time. So yeah, look, fantastic work there, Master Prez. Now, I was talking to Pokey Cactus the other day, and because I noticed he hadn't given his dread a name, and I said, "So Poke, does it have a name?" And he said, "No, this dread has no name." So that's why those words are on there, just to fill in the blanks, and because I'm a little weird. So this is Poke's entry, a nice big Mega Dread, and look at this paint where he just he does rust and grime really, really well. And I'm impressed, slightly jealous, and he just, yeah, look at it, it's just fantastic stuff. Just makes it looks like what he's actually done is painted it and just left it out in the rain for about 3 years. But I don't think he's done that at all. But that's what it looks like, and it is a wondrous thing to behold. So excellent work there, Poke. Excellent work indeed. And here we have Ross with his dread. Now I believe there's a couple of burners and a couple of KM, and there's 2 burners and a KMB and a claw. So it's fantastic looking stuff there. It's really good. It's shame the lighting's a little off, but sometimes that just happens. It's not not a big thing. It's just a thing. And yeah, look, it's just this really, really, really nice stuff. There's some bit of rust. It's worn down. It looks great. So fantastic stuff, Ross. And here we have a nice looking Bad Moon Dread from Scrapjaw Brak, who he enters into a lot of this stuff, and he does some fine work, and this is one of them. Yeah, look, fantastic stuff. I do love the weathering of the yellow. Some nice, the blending's all nice and done. There's sort of subdued colours with a little bit of yellow highlights in the right spot to just make it pop. And yeah, look, there's not much I can say about this, but it's all good stuff. So well done and fantastic job. And it's nice to see a yellow model in here. There's a lot of blues and greys, but yeah, some more brighter dreads would have been nice, but that's just my own personal opinion. But I won't go on about this too much. Anyway, so look, Scrapjaw Brak, thank you for entering this fine model. And here is a model by Slev, another dread, but this time with all 4 claws, ready to do some smashing, and it's a little brighter. The blue, some nice some nice highlighting on the blue, especially around the face and the shoulder pads there. And yeah, well done. A good contrast between the blue and the black of the rest of the model. So that nice big black metallic look. And well done to you, Slev. Fantastic looking beast. So there you have it. That was all the entries. There were 16 of them, and they were all good. They're all very tabletop worthy and beyond. And everyone who put an entry in should be really proud of the work that they did. So yeah, that's that. This month, we're now into January, and it's the January Squig Challenge. Now, I won't talk much about it because Stevo is going to be doing a video on that. So hopefully any minute, to the magic of editing, you'll see a link. So go and click on that, and you can watch what Stevo is going to talk about. And he'll go into it much more depth than just these words on here. And please, what we like for people to do is we want as many people to enter into this. Let's get the community going. I know there are people out there who are just as good as the people here, and I'd love to see all your work. Let's make this thing big. And why not start with a squig? Let's make a big squig January challenge. So that's me. I'm out of here. Go and check out Stevo's video. And before you do, remember, if you're going to go crumping, you got to bash early and bash often. Oh no, I can't believe that I had forgotten an entry. Oh look, I do apologise for this Dakka Flame. I'm not quite sure how I missed it, but I did. And I suspect it had something to do with the fact that on Discord it actually said that it was put in on the 1st of January, but that's only because I'm in Australia and I'm in future land, time-wise, so to speak. So, yeah, look, once again, I do apologise. I had forgotten about you, but I just remembered it right the last time because I thought I was one missing, and I couldn't work out why there was 16 when I'm sure there was 17. So I went back and did my due diligence and found this one. And so, yeah, look, that's enough of me rabbiting on about my mistakes. Let's look at this lovely model. It's by Dakka Flame. It's a death dread with 4 claws, and it looks like he's a goth, and it looks wondrous. There's some good, nice, consistent work coming from Dakka Flame, and I'm really starting to enjoy his stuff. So there it is. Great work. And I am going to go this time, so remember, if you are going crumping, you got to bash early and bash often.
I hope you enjoyed this video. You can show your appreciation by liking, sharing and subscribing. Also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can catch all my latest videos. Due to the global Nurgle related circumstances, I'm currently doing this full time. I would really appreciate it if you could show your support by becoming a Patreon member. For as little as $3 US, you can help me with my hobby and filming equipment. If you feel you can't commit long term, then you can always buy me a coffee. The links will be below in the description.